I'm a year-round staff member, and I am not sure that I can do this. I'm not sure I'm the right person for this. I'm not sure that I'm built for this, and I have some doubt creeping into just my own ability, my own capacity, my own being. And that feels overwhelming, and it makes me feel a little panicky.
This is it's so often connected to the overwhelm. It's so often connected to these other panic buttons,
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
I'm in this situation because I screwed up, or I'm in this situation because I'm no good at this. Um, People aren't responding to
Mm-hmm.
me. They're not responding to my call
Mm-hmm.
for help, um, because because of me, something that's deficient in me. So this self-doubt is really common across so many industries. But when there's an industry like camp that puts so much pressure on individual people, we really start questioning how good we are at this, or can we handle this? And so I want you to remember who you are and whose you are, and that I want you to remember
Mm-hmm.
and think about, what would you tell a staff person who was having these self doubts? What would you tell a camper who was having these self doubts? This is hard, and we can do hard things. You would say something like, God doesn't call the equipped, God equips the called. And you have been called to this place in this time, and God's got you. God's got your
Mm-hmm.
back. God's going to surround you with the people that you need. And this is going to be a great summer. It might be a hard summer. It might be really challenging. But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes those hardest summers are the ones that are most memorable, the ones that are most impactful, most meaningful, both to us and also to the people that we minister to. And so remember Scripture. Remember all these crazy people that were full of self-doubt. Remember all these people that thought they couldn't do it. Think of Moses at the burning bush. Send someone else, Lord. I'm slow of speech. I can't do it. Send someone else, right? But
Yeah.
God doesn't call the perfect people. God calls the imperfect people. I'm reminded, Jared, of our
Yeah.
friend Peter
Incredible
Ide. We
things happen.
were just talking about Peter before the show, just because it's been about 2
Mm-hmm.
years since we lost him, and
Mm-hmm.
he had this. One of my favorite songs that he did was called "As Is,"
As is. Yep.
and he sang about all these people in Scripture who were imperfect. He had all these different things, right? David was a murderer, and Jeremiah suicidal, and Lazarus was dead. But God called these people and chose these people and used them as is. And God uses you and calls you and chooses you as is. And God can take this imperfect mess that you are and that I am and that we are, and together God can mold us into a church that can change the world, that can preach the gospel, that can minister to these other imperfect people in need. And so don't give up. Don't quit. You're not alone. God is with you, and God has surrounded you with people who will lift you up and take care of you this summer. So I want you to remember that. And I want you to remember Matthew 6. Who of you can add a second to your life by worrying? Look around you. Look at the birds of the air. Look at the lilies of the field, right? These are messages from Jesus on the Sermon on the Mount. You can't add any seconds to
Amen.
your life or any seconds to your day by worrying. And so know that God's got you in the palm of his hand, and will lift you up.
It's good news that you can take this panic button that they've been hearing all throughout this episode and chuck it out the window, because we know the one and have experienced God's faithfulness. And not only is it going to be okay, but God is going to do really amazing things with you and through you.